Hello and welcome to my video called Simplifying Complex Fractions. A complex fraction has smaller fractions within one big fraction. And the way that we simplify complex fractions is multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. Let's simplify the complex fraction 1 over x divided by or over 1 over y. So remember, CD is a common denominator. All of the different variables and numbers and other expressions that you see on the bottom of the fractions. So what two different variables do we see on the top and bottom of these fractions in the denominators? X and y. So how do we simplify the complex fraction? Multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. So we'll multiply 1 over x by xy and 1 over y by xy. So notice that in the numerator on top of the big fraction, the x's will cancel. That leaves y. And in the denominator, the y's will cancel, and that leaves x. So the answer is y over x. Number 2, let's simplify 1 over x plus 1 over y over 1 over x minus 1 over y. Now remember, multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. So here, the common denominator, or CD, is x times y. So we'll multiply both the numerator and denominator times xy. So this will give us xy times 1 over x plus xy times 1 over y in the numerator over xy times 1 over x minus xy times 1 over y in the denominator. So let's cancel out the like factors in both the numerator and denominator. And basically, in the numerator, y times 1 is y, plus x times 1 is x, so y plus x over denominator. Y times 1 is y, minus x times 1 is x. So this is y plus x over y minus x. Number 3, let's simplify the complex fraction 1 over x plus 1 over x plus y over 1 over x minus 1 over x plus y. Now remember, multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. The CD is x times x plus y. So we'll multiply the numerator times x plus y, as well as multiply the denominator times x plus y. And we use the distributive property, so that's x times x plus y times 1 over x in the numerator plus x times x plus y times 1 over x plus y, all over in the denominator. Again, use the distributive property. X times x plus y times 1 over x minus x times x plus y times 1 over x plus y. And we'll cancel out our like factors. And this will give us x plus y times 1 is x plus y. X times 1 is x. There's the numerator. Over x plus y times 1 is just x plus y in the denominator. Then the negative x times 1 is negative x. Add like terms on top. X plus x is 2x plus y over on the bottom. Those x's cancel. So that's just over y. So it's 2x plus y over y. Number 4, let's simplify the complex fraction u squared over 2v all over u squared over v squared plus v over 2. Now remember, multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. Now to determine the CD or common denominator, just look at all the different things you have in the denominators. We have the number 2. V and v squared, just take the most v's. Always take the largest power of any different letter or variable, and that will eliminate all of those variable terms in the denominators. So now we just multiply top and bottom by the CD. So multiply numerator and denominator times 2v squared. So on top it says 2v squared times u squared over 2v all over 2v squared times u squared v squared plus 2v squared v over 2. Cancel out what we can. 2's cancel, v goes into v squared v times. So that leaves u squared v in the numerator over v squareds cancel. So that first one is 2u squared. Here the 2's cancel, so v squared times v is v to the third. So this is u squared v over 2u squared plus v cubed, or v to the third. Number 5, let's simplify x minus 1 over x minus 1 over 9 plus 9 over x minus 1. And what is our common denominator? Well, the only terms we have in the denominator are 9 and x minus 1. So what do we do? Multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. So in the numerator, it's x minus 1 times 9 times x minus 1. In the denominator, x minus 1 over 9 plus 9 over x minus 1 times 9 over x minus 1. So in the numerator, that'll give us 9 times x minus 1 quantity squared. We'll just go ahead and simplify that because that's easy to simplify. In the denominator, apply the distributive property. 9 times x minus 1 times x minus 1 over 9 plus 9 times x minus 1 times 9 over x minus 1. Let's cancel out the common factors. So it'll be 9 times x minus 1 quantity squared in the numerator. Denominator, first multiplication on the left, x minus 1 times x minus 1 is just x minus 1 quantity squared. And the last one, 9 times 9 is 81. So final answer, 9 times the quantity, x minus 1 quantity squared over x minus 1 quantity squared plus 81. I would recommend just leaving it in the factored form rather than expanding it out, because most of the time you do not really need to expand these out when you simplify them. Let's simplify this complex fraction. So what would our common denominator or CD be? What different expressions do you see in the denominator? 2x minus 5 and an x minus 5. So we multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD. So we'll multiply both the numerator and the denominator times 2x minus 5 times x minus 5. Now let's simplify. Well, in the numerator, the 2x minus 5s will cancel, and that just leaves x minus 5 times x minus 5, which is just x minus 5 quantity squared. Now in the denominator, let's write this out with the distributive property so we can clearly see what cancels. A good way to avoid making a mistake is just to write it. I know it's a lot to write, but just write it all out completely, and you clearly see what cancels, and we avoid making a cancellation mistake or a copy mistake. Let's cancel out our like factors in the denominator. So the one on the left, the 2x minus 5's cancel. Second one on the lower left in the denominator, the x minus 5's cancel. So let's simplify this all up. So this is x minus 5 quantity squared over, first on the left, x minus 5 times x minus 5 is just x minus 5 quantity squared minus 2x minus 5 times x plus 2. So this is x minus 5 quantity squared over x minus 5 quantity squared minus 2x minus 5 times x plus 2. And that is the final answer. Remember, to simplify complex fractions, multiply top and bottom by the CD. Multiply top and bottom by the CD.